Coming up on High School Quiz Show, it's British International School of Boston taking on Sharon High School. And that's next on High School Quiz Show. Major funding for High School Quiz Show is provided by Safety Insurance.
Whether you prefer email, texting, or live person, Safety Insurance is available to help you file a claim and pay your bill. Safety Insurance. We'll help you manage life's storms. Learn more at safetyinsurance.com.
Additional funding is provided by Eastern Bank.
When our communities need a voice, Eastern Bank steps up, stands strong, and does not stay silent. When times get tough,
good speaks up. Join us for good.
This is what it sounds like.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to High School Quiz Show. I'm Billy Coster, your host. In last week's match between Andover High School and Belmont High School, Andover defeated Belmont to move on to the semifinals. For today's matchup, the second match of the quarterfinals, we welcome back British International School of Boston and Sharon High School. And on the British International School of Boston team, we say hello again to Tara. Hi, Tara. How are you?
Hi, good, thank you.
Welcome back to High School Quiz Show. Hi, Harry. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm pretty good.
All right, let's do this. And Sabrina, you feeling good?
Yeah.
How about you, Annabelle?
Yeah, I'm all right. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome back to High School Quiz Show. The alternates are Faisal and Miguel with Coach William Mitchell. And competing for Sharon, we've got Richard. How are you, Richard?
Doing good.
Welcome back to High School Quiz Show. And Ritvik, welcome back. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Zach, how you feeling?
Good. How are you?
All right. I'm feeling good, by the way. Andrew, how about you?
Doing great, Billy.
Okay, the alternates are Michael and Vincent and Coach Zach Snow. The competition has 4 rounds, a toss-up, a head-to-head, a category round, and the lightning round. Now, throughout the game, a green light is a correct answer, a red light an incorrect answer, and a gray light means no answer was given. And we'll start with a toss-up round. All players are active and with the correct answer can contribute 10 points per question to their team score. There are no point deductions for wrong answers. So teams, if you are ready, let's go. In keeping up a friendly rivalry and promoting a new book in 2021, Beatles legend Paul McCartney referred to what group as simply a blues cover band? Was it The Who, the Rolling Stones, or Led Zeppelin? The Rolling Stones. Based on a series of books by Nancy Springer, what Netflix film stars Millie Bobby Brown as the teenage younger sister of Sherlock Holmes? Is it Enola Holmes, Maggie Holmes, or Victoria Holmes? Enola Holmes. What country launched the first European expedition to reach Alaska? Was it Russia, Denmark, or Norway? Russia. What ongoing project developed by the New York Times Magazine is named for the year the first enslaved Africans arrived in colonial Virginia? Was it the 1619 project, the 1492 project, or the 1776 project? The 1619 project. Take a look at your screens, and pictured here is the Japanese footbridge. It was painted in 1899 by what artist at his water lily gardens in the rural French town of Giverny? Is it Renoir, Monet, or Cézanne? Monet. As a result of the 2020 census, 7 U.S. states lost a House seat and 5 states gained a seat. What was the only state to gain 2 seats? Was it Texas, Florida, or Nevada? Texas. A Harvard professor for 46 years, what pioneer of evolutionary biology passed away in December 2021 at the age of 92? Was it Linus Pauling, E.O. Wilson, or Stephen Jay Gould? E.O. Wilson. In 2020, 36 years after becoming the first U.S. woman to walk in space, what astronaut became the first woman to reach Challenger Deep, the deepest point of the Mariana Trench? Was it Jerry Cobb, Mae Jemison, or Kathy Sullivan? Kathy Sullivan. What French word for rotten pot refers to a collection of miscellaneous things? Is it bric-a-brac, potpourri, or gewgaw? Potpourri. Take a look at your screens. Here comes your next question.
Hi, I'm Barrett Wilbert-Mead, and I am an actress and a singer, and I have a question for you. I made my Broadway debut in 2011 in Lysistrata Jones, a musical adaptation of a comedy by which ancient Greek playwright? Is it, Aristophanes, Euripides, or Sophocles?
Aristophanes is the answer. We move on. Thousands of French Huguenots were killed during the 1572 massacre of St. Bartholomew's Day. It was carried out by Roman Catholics and plotted by what French queen? Marie Antoinette, Catherine de' Medici, or Eleanor of Aquitaine? Catherine de' Medici. In 2021, who topped Variety's list of highest paid actors, reportedly bringing in $100 million for the two Knives Out sequels? Was it Mark Wahlberg, Daniel Craig, or Chris Evans? Daniel Craig. Which country has the longest coastline in South America? Brazil, Argentina, or Chile? Brazil. Known for hits like Tutti Frutti and Good Golly Miss Molly, what founding father of rock and roll passed away in 2020 at the age of 87? Was it Little Richard, James Brown, or Fats Domino? Little Richard. What mathematician created a link between algebra and geometry by inventing the XY coordinate system? Was it Isaac Newton, Blaise Pascal, or René Descartes? René Descartes. What Wellesley College professor was inspired to write the poem America the Beautiful after climbing Pikes Peak in Colorado? Emma Lazarus, Catherine Lee Bates, or Emily Dickinson? Catherine Lee Bates. Meaning new life in Greek, what is the third major geological era of Earth's history, beginning about 65 million years ago and extending to the present? Is it Paleozoic era, Mesozoic era, or Cenozoic era? Cenozoic era. What fictional castle is the setting for Shakespeare's Hamlet? Is it Inverness, Elsinore, or Kronborg? Elsinore. Though Mount Everest is the highest peak above sea level, Mount Chimborazo is closer to the moon thanks to a bulge near the equator. Chimborazo is in what country? Ecuador, Colombia, or Peru? Ecuador. In 1598, more than 50 years after Coronado explored the area, what conquistador founded the first Spanish settlement in New Mexico? Was it Juan de Oñate, Hernando de Soto, or Francisco Pizarro? Juan de Oñate is the correct answer. And that is the end of the toss-up round. The score right now, British International, 430 points. Sharon High School, 410 points. This is a very close match. Good job. How about it, everybody? The head-to-head round is next, but first we're going to take a couple of minutes to get to know the players better. I have a question. You folks will all have to answer in your own way. Tara, will start with you with British International. How would you rate clothing accessories on a scale of 1 to 10, and why?
I would rate them a solid 8 out of 10 because they can really add interest to a look, but the best accessory has to be a book.
Okay, well said. Harry, how about you?
10 out of 10 because our coach wears swaggerlicious cowboy hats.
Swagalicious, you say. And Sabrina, how about you?
I don't know about accessories in general, but I like rings because they're good fidgets, but they are easy to lose.
Oh, very easy. In fact, I lost one last week. Annabelle, how about you?
Yeah, I would rate socks like a 9 out of 10 because they're great. They keep your feet warm. They have patterns on them, that sort of stuff. But people wear them with sandals.
I happen to have colorful socks on right now. I don't want to make a big deal about it. Over to Sharon High School we go. How about you, Richard? Accessories.
I would rate them an 8 because they're like an extension of your personality, but like they shouldn't be too obnoxious.
Totally agree. How about you, Rithvik?
Probably a 7 because I really like sunglasses, but not much else.
Sunglasses, a good accessory. Zach, how about you?
I have a pair of socks for every holiday, so I'd have to rate it pretty high.
Every holiday, a pair of socks. That's a good one. Andrew, how about you?
I'd have to give an 8 out of 10 just because while they are stylish, they can sometimes get in the way of whatever you're doing, depending on what it is.
All right, great job. Now it's time to go head to head, so let's do it right now. In this round, correct answers add 10 points to the team total, and incorrect answers now result in a 10-point deduction. If an answer is not given, there is no impact on the score. So teams, if you're ready, here we go. In 2021, what country banned young people from playing more than 3 hours of video games per week? Was it China or South Korea? China. Name the only Shakespeare play set in Egypt. Pericles or Antony and Cleopatra? Antony and Cleopatra. Who is the current starting quarterback for the New England Patriots? Cam Newton or Mac Jones? Mac Jones. A 2013 wildfire burned more than 77,000 acres of what national park in Central California? Yosemite or Yellowstone? Yosemite. Which sport involves 3 main moves? Bump, set, and spike. Water polo or volleyball? Volleyball. In the 1830s, a land surveyor's mistake nearly caused a border war between Missouri and what state directly north? Iowa or Kansas? Iowa. What British Prime Minister was known as the Welsh Wizard for keeping his country unified during World War I? Was it Stanley Baldwin or David Lloyd George? David Lloyd George. What children's novel features a cameo by Father Christmas in Chapter 10, The Spell Begins to Break? The Secret Garden or The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe? The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is the answer there, and that's the end of the round. Score right now. British International, 490 points. Sharon High School, 460 points. Again, a great match. Good job, everybody. Next up is the category round with the following categories. Speak and spell. Where's the revolution? A question of time. Behind the wheel. Enjoy the silence. And dressed in black. Teams will be able to select 2 5-question categories and have the option to toss 1 question per category to the other team. Teams, yes, are able to confer. And the British International, who will the spokesperson be?
I'll be the spokesperson.
Okay, Tara, how about Sharon High School spokesperson?
Hey, Billy.
Okay, Zach. And Sharon High School, you have a little ground to make up. You get to choose the first category. Let's go. What's it going to be?
What do you think, guys?
Where's the revolution?
All right, we're going to do Where's the Revolution?
Where is the revolution? Questions about revolutions for 10 points. Who led his country's communist revolution and became chairman of the People's Republic of China in 1949?
Mao Zedong.
Mao Zedong, final answer.
And that is a correct answer. Now for 15 points. What young French aristocrat who fought in the Continental Army developed a surrogate father-son relationship with George Washington?
Marquis de Lafayette, probably.
Yeah.
Marquis de Lafayette, final answer.
Lafayette is correct. Now for 20 points. What is the first name of the Russian Tsar who was forced to abdicate the throne by Petrograd insurgents in March of 1917?
Nicholas.
Nicholas.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nicholas, final answer.
Nicholas is the correct answer. Now for 25 points. The Texas Revolution ended with the 1836 Battle of San Jacinto when what Mexican leader and commander of its army was captured by the Texans?
Santa Anna.
Yeah. Santa Anna.
Santa Anna, final answer.
And that's a correct answer. Now for 30 points. What famous oath took place in Versailles on June 20th, 1789, when deputies of the Third Estate voted not to separate from the National Assembly until a written constitution had been established for France?
Tennis court.
Tennis court.
Tennis court oath, final answer.
Tennis court oath is the correct answer. And now we go to British International. You'll need a category.
I thought behind the wheel might be about inventions.
We'll go with behind the wheel.
Behind the wheel, questions about cars. And for 10 points, in 1913, who introduced the moving assembly line to reduce the time it took to build a car from more than 12 hours to 1 hour, 33 minutes?
I can almost guarantee that Ford.
No, it was Henry Ford. Yeah.
Yeah, Henry Ford.
Final answer, Henry Ford.
That is correct. Now for 15 points, derived from the Latin meaning to go before. What was the world's first mass-produced gasoline-electric hybrid car?
Before.
So before is ante. So to go is ire. I don't know how to put it together to make a car, though.
Tara, we need an answer.
Okay, anti-ire.
The answer is Prius. And now for 20 points, made for the American market from 1981 to 1983, what sports car is memorable for its appearances as the time machine in the Back to the Future films?
It was like silver. I watched a documentary about this and I can't remember what it's called.
Didn't Macklemore include it in one of his songs?
It's named after this guy.
We need an answer, Tara.
Final answer, DeLorean?
DeLorean is a correct answer. Now, for 25 points, named after Henry Ford's son, what 1958 model was supposed to be the car of the future, but ended up being the most joked about flop in automobile history?
It's an Edsel, Edsel, I believe.
Final answer, EDSL.
I'm sorry, final answer, Tara?
Wait, what did you say, Annabelle? EDSL? Edsel?
Edsel. Yes.
Final answer, Edsel.
Edsel is the correct answer. Now for 30 points. The documentary Who Killed the Electric Car shows how the oil industry killed the EV1, the first modern-day commercially available electric car. The EV1 was made in the 1990s by which of the big three automobile manufacturers?
I believe the big three include Volkswagen, Ford, and...
No, it's isn't it like Ford, Chrysler, and the other one?
The one that went bankrupt?
The one that begins with C. There are two that begin with C, I think.
Chrysler?
No, Chrysler, then there's another one.
We'll need an answer, Tara.
Ford. We'll go with Ford.
General Motors is the correct answer there. And now we go to Sharon High School. You'll need a category.
Question and time sounds decent.
We'll go question of time.
All right, Zach. Question of time. Questions about key dates in history. For 10 points, pilgrims from England came ashore at Plymouth, Massachusetts, and began settlement on December 21st of what year?
1621. I think so.
That sounds right.
Okay. 1621, final answer.
1620 is the correct answer. Moving on to 15 points. Civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated on a hotel balcony in Memphis, Tennessee on August 4th of what year?
So I thought maybe Malcolm X was, no, JFK was 63. I forget whether it's 65 or 69.
I think it was 65.
65 then, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, 1965, final answer.
1968 is the correct answer. Moving on for 20 points. Under threat of civil war, King John of England was forced to sign the Magna Carta on June 15th of what year?
1215.
What? 1492.
It's not 1492, it's 1215.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
1215, final answer.
1215 is the correct answer. Now for 25 points. What year marked Napoleon's final defeat at Waterloo and his exile to the remote Isle of St. Helena in the South Atlantic?
Is it 1812?
No, I think that's too late.
1814. I forget.
I think it was earlier, but I think this one we should know answer then.
Okay, no answer.
Okay, the answer is 1815. Now for 30 points. The Protestant Reformation began when Martin Luther nailed his 95 Theses to the door of a church in Wittenberg, Germany on October 31st of what year?
It's in like the hundreds because it was right after Rome. Guys?
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe just go no answer.
Okay, yeah. No answer.
The answer is 1517. And now British International. You'll need a category.
Can we go with enjoy the silence?
Yep.
We'll go with enjoy the silence.
Okay, Tara, enjoy the silence. Questions about sound. For 10 points, loudness of sound is measured in what scientific unit, abbreviated dB?
Decibels. Final answer,
Yeah.
decibels.
Decibel is correct for 15 points. Sound travels fastest through which of the 3 states of matter? Solid, liquid, or gas?
Thank you, IGCSE physics. Solid. Final answer, solid.
Solid is correct for 20 points. Any oscillation, including sound waves, is measured in a unit of frequency, abbreviated Hz, in honor of what German physicist?
Hertz.
Hertz, final answer.
Yeah.
Heinrich Hertz is the correct answer. Now for 25 points. Sound energy travels in waves. The lowest point of a wave is called the trough, and the highest point is called the what?
The peak. Yeah, peak. Final answer, peak.
The correct answer is crest. And now for 30 points. Name for the Austrian scientist who first described it. What effect refers to the change in pitch noticeable in a passing police siren?
Change in pitch.
Effect to the change of... Oh, no, I know. It's the Doppler effect. The Doppler effect.
Final answer?
That sounds right. Final answer, Doppler effect.
The Doppler effect is the correct answer. And that's the bell ending the category round. The score right now, British International, 550 points. Sharon High School, 555 points. What a close match. Great job, team. Okay, the lightning round is next, but before we begin, we have a score correction. The judges have determined that British International's answer of peak was an acceptable response to the height of a sound wave question. We have corrected the score, and now we will head into the final round of play, the lightning round. All players are active, and with each response can add or subtract 20 points to their team's total. A decision not to answer does not impact the score. We have 10 questions. Good luck, teams. It's a close one. And here we go. Which of the 6 New England states has the most miles of coastline, Maine or Massachusetts? Maine. What country is the main setting in both The Kite Runner and its follow-up, 1,000 Splendid Suns, Afghanistan or Iran? Afghanistan. What English king was overthrown and publicly executed in 1649, Charles I or Charles II? Charles I. What 4-pound NASA helicopter made history in 2021 as the first powered aircraft to fly over another planet, Mars? Was it Spirit or Ingenuity? Ingenuity. Which sea lies between Australia and New Zealand, the Andaman Sea or the Tasman Sea? The Tasman Sea. 2 U.S. presidents were raised as Quakers, Herbert Hoover and which other president? Richard Nixon or Ronald Reagan? Richard Nixon. How many NBA championships did Michael Jordan win with the Chicago Bulls, 6 or 7? 6. Which historical figure is said to have died from a nosebleed? Was it Attila the Hun or Julius Caesar? Attila the Hun. What author of Watchmen and V for Vendetta is widely considered to be the best graphic novel writer in the English language? Frank Miller or Alan Moore? Alan Moore. What is the only Central American country with English as an official language, Panama or Belize? Belize is the answer there. And that's the end of the game. The winning team this week, Sharon High School, with a total score of 815 points. British International School of Boston finishes with 700 60 points. Congratulations to both teams for an amazing game. So Sharon High School now will move on to the semifinals where they'll take on Andover High School. So join us next week for the match between Mansfield High School and Shrewsbury High School. Until then, don't forget, you can play a bonus round of High School Quiz Show on your Alexa or Google Home devices. Just ask your smart speaker to play High School Quiz Show. Great match, teams. Really, really great match. Congratulations. Thank you, teams, and thank you, everybody. We'll see you next week. You can watch High School Quiz Show anytime on our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram for a look behind the scenes and quizzes that'll keep you thinking. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter for more photos and video. And add some competition to your conversations by sending your friends High School Quiz Show gifts. Major funding for High School Quiz Show is provided by Safety Insurance.
Cyber attacks aren't going away. You can talk to an independent agent about cyber coverage from Safety Insurance. It covers data restoration, data recreation, system restoration, and more. Safety Insurance. We'll help you manage life's storms, even the cyber kind.
Additional funding is provided by the Museum of Science.
The Museum of Science. Trekking around the Arctic has never been easier. You can get lost in the mystery and find beauty in Arctic adventure, exploring with technology. On exhibit now, only at the Museum of Science. More at MOS.org.